Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar.
You want to know what a man looks like? Abu Bakr radiallahu ta'ala anhu. When the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam passes away, droves of new Muslims, they leave their religion and they try to change Islam by saying, no more zakah, we don't pay it. Abu Bakr says, we will fight them until they pay the zakah. It's the right of the poor. Nobody agreed with Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu. The entire Muslim community was against him. Even mighty Umar himself radiallahu anhu, he says, leader of the believers, we're not ready for this war yet. And Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu grabs him by his clothes, pulls him to his knees, and he says to him, you were a tyrant when you weren't a Muslim. And now that you've become a Muslim, you've become a coward? He said, انقطع الوحي, no more revelation from Allah. وتم الدين, and their religion now is perfect. أينقص وأنا حي. Do you think I will allow anyone to weaken this religion when I am alive? That is a man. What is a man? I tell you what a man looks like. Amr ibn al-As radiallahu anhu is busy conquering Egypt, and he struggles to finish the conquering. So he sends a letter to Amir al-Mu'mineen Umar in Medina saying, I need men. Help me finish this job. I need men. I need reinforcements. Umar sends him a letter. He says to him, I'm going to send you 4,000 men. They wait. 4 men turn up. Amr ibn al-As, he says, I told you we need men, we need reinforcements. You promised us thousands, you've sent us 4. He said, I have sent you 4,000 men. Because that is Zubayr ibn al-Awwam, and that is Ubadah ibn al-Samit, and that is Maslama ibn Makhlad, and that is Al-Miqdad ibn al-Aswad. Every one of those 4 men is equivalent to 1,000 men. That's what a man looks like, my sister, and that is what a man looks like, my brother. What is a man? A man is Umar radiallahu anhu, whom the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam says to him, I have seen that the devils of the human beings and the devils of the jinn, they run away from you, Umar. Not a slave to his desires, not a slave to money. Shaitan was afraid of him. That is what a man looks like. Man, Khalid radiallahu anhu was a man who said that on the battle of Mu'tah, 9 swords crumbled in my hand. And no artillery was able to show patience in my arm other than a bit of ironwork that I received from Yemen. And Umar radiallahu anhu had to demote Khalid and take him off from his position because he was an unstoppable might in the cause of Allah, that people began to forget that victory is not from Khalid, victory is from Allah. That is what a man looks like. Not someone appearing behind a video with rented money, rented apartment, rented jewelry. I don't want to say rented women as well. These are men. What does a man look like? Uthman ibn Abi Talha is a man. Uthman ibn Abi Talha sees our mother Salama on her way from Mecca to Medina by herself. They made her suffer. They took away her husband. They disabled her child. They were now in Medina and she's by herself in Mecca. She is detained. Finally, they saw her crying so much. They felt sorry for her. They said, go to your husband in Medina. She makes her way to Medina. That's a 2-week trip, by the way. 500 kilometers on foot. Uthman ibn Abi Talha sees her. He said, Salama, where are you going? She said, I'm going to my husband and my children. He said, who's with you? She said, no one except Allah. He said, I will not let you travel by yourself. I will take you. That's a pagan. Look, he has an opportunity now to be alone with a woman, one of the most noble women of the Muslims, all by himself with her in a desert for 2 weeks. And by the way, he had beef with the Muslims, Uthman. At that time, his dad was killed at Uhud, his 4 brothers and an uncle. This was an opportunity to do something evil with a woman of the Muslims. Didn't touch her, didn't try to harass her. And he did that for 2 or 3 weeks, making his way from Mecca to Medina, 500 kilometers on foot. Till they got to the gates of Medina. They're now in Quba. He said to her, you see that tribe? She said, yeah. He said, your husband is over there. Go and join him. And he waited until she disappeared. And then he turned back 180 degrees, making his way back to Mecca. Another 2 weeks worth of travel in the desert by foot. Was that for Allah? Was that for Allah? Was that for religion? That's a pagan. He's a man. Rajul. Our mother Salama, she comments, she goes, I don't know of a family who has suffered in the cause of Islam more than my family. And I don't know of a man who is more honorable than Uthman ibn Abi Talha. And alhamdulillah, Allah honored him with Islam and he took his shahada because a man like him deserves the religion of Islam. These are what men look like. Manhood is about knowing that Allah has rights. Mom and dad have rights. My siblings who look up to me have rights. My masjid has rights. The Muslim community have rights. The non-Muslims have rights. My lungs have rights. My liver has rights. My soul, my health, my mind, my money has rights. And a man is the one who realizes this and gives every one of them their due right, beginning with the King Allah Jalla Jalaluhu and moving down to people. As for boys, they see nothing but their mirror reflection and they pursue nothing but their desire.